Hi everyone, it's Tania here from Haemanalysis. Well guys, it's that time of the year again. It's hay fever season. And that brings me to one of my favourite white cells called eosinophils, eosinophils. Now these wonderful white cells are our body's allergy cells and antiparasitic cells. And at this time of the year, I often see patients coming into clinic for their blood analysis and their eosinophil count is raised. Now I do a 100 cell white cell count. And I divide them up into their different types so we can get a good picture of how your immune system is functioning. And when the eosinophil count is raised, it's suggesting to me that there's some sort of allergy process happening or some sort of parasite process happening, whether it be something like intestinal worms or some other nasties like blastocystis or dientamoeba, something along those lines. Quite often I see children in clinic and in their live blood analysis I can see that their eosinophil count is raised. Now in the absence of any known allergies in children, one of the likely causes is intestinal worms. Intestinal worms are really common in children and also in neurologically diverse children like those with autism. A little while ago I had a young autistic patient come in for testing and the doctors couldn't work out why he suddenly started waking at night and he was very difficult to get resettled. They couldn't find the reason why, and so he coincidentally came in for blood analysis and I could see that his eosinophil count was raised. So that's telling me that these cells are responding to an allergy or to some parasite. Now the child had no known allergies, but because of the picture of the nighttime waking and the difficulty resettling and the raised eosinophil count and being autistic, that was one thing to consider was intestinal worms. So I reported that back to the practitioner as a possible cause and a possible reason for this sort of nighttime waking, and they addressed that. Another great case I had a little while ago was a young boy, I think he was about 9 or 10, came to see me with terrible allergies. He was really sort of like puffy in the face and you could see the eczema and he was sort of very nasally. He had a long history of allergies. They'd not really been able to get some clear indicators of what was causing it. He seemed to be allergic to a lot of animals and pollen and dust. They hadn't addressed food intolerances yet and chemical toxicity and things like that. So that's one thing that I suggested that they look at. But when I looked at his white cell count, he had 27% eosinophils. That is very, very high. So he was symptomatic, but it was his normal. He was so used to being highly allergic all the time. He just lived with it. And I felt quite sympathetic to this poor boy. So we referred him off to a naturopath to be managed, to try and get to the bottom of his allergies a little bit more and try and manage them a bit better than they were. So if you or one of your family members, one of your children is suffering from hay fever, allergies, eczema, possible food intolerances, chemical toxin sensitivities, then I can help with that. We can look at doing a blood analysis for you. We can look at IgG food intolerance testing, and we can look at referring you to some of the best naturopaths and nutritional medicine practitioners in Melbourne. So if you'd like to find out more, feel free to contact me via my website haemanalysis.com.au or message me on my Haemanalysis page on Facebook, and make sure you like my Haemanalysis page. That'd be great. Good talking to you. Talk to you soon. Bye.